Do you guys remember Digimon? You know that one Japanese anime that had everyone clamoring to get to their TV screens before the show started, so we wouldn't miss a thing about the episode? Oh, and we used to play Digimon Cyber Sleuths because we love the anime? Well, I'm sure the nostalgia is hitting you hard right now. But still, let me give you guys a refresher and take you back to our childhood days by revisiting everything that happened in the first season of Digimon. Real quick, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any future videos. In Digimon Season 1, you'll meet many special friends on their amazing adventures together. Tai is the leader. He's brave and always wants to protect his pals. Matt is Tai's buddy, and he's super determined. Sora is kind and makes sure everyone gets along. Izzy is a wizard with computers. He's super smart and helps the group when they're stuck. Basically, he was the nerd of the squad. Then there's Mimi. She loves fashion and brings lots of fun to their adventures. These friends stick together through thick and thin, facing challenges and learning important lessons about friendship. Tai Kamiya notices strange weather patterns worldwide. Asia faces droughts, the Middle East suffers from floods, and America endures freezing temperatures. While at summer camp with his friends, Sora, Matt, Izzy, Mimi, TK, and Joe, they witness an unexpected snowstorm, followed by aurora-like skylights. A portal appears, releasing electronic devices. When they grab them, a wave sucks them into the portal, transporting them to a new world. Tai wakes up to Koromon, a peculiar creature, and is joined by Izzy and his creature, Matimon. They recognize Tai and Izzy and claim they've been waiting for them. While exploring, Tai spots Kuwagamon, a giant beetle, and they hide in a holographic tree. Reuniting with the others, each child meets their new creature, identified as Digimon. Mimi is chased by Kuwagamon, leading to a cliff-edge confrontation. The Digimon evolve to rookie level and battle Kuwagamon, but it crashes, sending the group tumbling into a river. After surviving Kuwagamon's attack, the children end up on a beach with non-working telephone booths. While hoping to find a way home, they are attacked by a shellfish Digimon named Shellmon. Agumon, who's the only Digimon able to fight because he ate earlier, digivolves into Greymon when Tai is captured. Greymon then throws Shellmon into the ocean. The group discovers a trolley car by a lake and decides to spend the night there. Tai accidentally awakens a sea dragon Digimon named Seadramon by burning his tail, causing Seadramon to pull the island with the trolley car into the middle of the lake. Sensing that TK is in danger, Matt confronts Seadramon and is captured. Gabumon then digivolves into Garurumon and defeats Seadramon, rescuing Matt. The group leaves the forest and reaches a desert where they find the village of Yokomon.
Great bird of power, whose wings eclipse the sun!
They are taken to a nearby water spring, which is connected to Mount Miyarashi. But they discover that the spring has dried up due to a fire demon Digimon named Miramon, coming under the control of a black gear. A gear that mind controls good Digimon. Biyomon digivolves into Birdramon to protect Sora and the village, destroying the black gear and restoring Miramon's usual self. The group explores a factory with Izzy uncovering coding while Matt, TK, and Mimi examine the assembly line. Tai, Sora, and Joe find Andromon, an android Digimon caught in machinery who attacks them after a black gear entered his leg when the group freed him. Izzy uses the coding to digivolve Tentomon into Kabuteramon, who destroys the black gear. As an apology, Andromon shows the children the exit, which takes them to the sewers. While escaping a group of slug Digimon called the Numamon in the sewers, the children are split up. Mimi and Palmon end up in Toy Town after being attacked by Monzimon, a giant teddy bear Digimon who is also the town's mayor. In Toy Town, they discover that the boys and Sora have been placed under a spell, forcing them to play with the toys, while their partner Digimon have been captured and imprisoned. Determined to save her friends, Mimi bravely confronts Monzimon. During the confrontation, the Numamon, who had followed Mimi, attempts to protect her and are hurt in the process. This act of bravery and loyalty triggers Palmon to digivolve into Togemon, a powerful cactus Digimon. Togemon then fights Monzimon and manages to destroy the Black Gear that was controlling him. With the Black Gear destroyed, Monzimon returns to his gentle self, and the spell over the children is broken, freeing them from their trance and reuniting them with their Digimon partners. When Tai and Matt argue about climbing Infinity Mountain to get a better view of their surroundings, Joe and Gomamon decide to climb the mountain alone. While on the mountain, they encounter a unicorn Digimon named Unimon, which begins attacking them when a Black Gear controls it. Tai and Sora come to their rescue, and Gomamon digivolves into Ikakumon to save Joe and destroy the Black Gear controlling Unimon. The three children soon reach the peak and learn they are on an island. After the children regroup, they are attacked by a lion Digimon named Leomon, who has fallen under the control of a Black Gear, and an ogre Digimon named Ogremon. After escaping, the children and their Digimon find a mansion to stay in for the night, which they discover to be an illusion created by Devimon. Devimon separates the children by breaking up File Island, and when Tai's Digivice frees Leomon from the Black Gear, Leomon sacrifices himself to allow him to escape. Tai and Agumon land on a snow-covered island and free a snowman Digimon named Frigimon from a Black Gear. Frigimon proceeds to help Tai and Agumon cross over to the island where Matt and Gabumon landed. Meanwhile, Matt gets hypothermia from searching for TK, but Gabumon nurses him back to health. Tai and Matt reunite the following day, but they get into a fight over their next course of action. When Mojimon attacks them, Agumon and Gabumon digivolve and expel the Black Gears from Mojimon and the island, causing them to move back towards Infinity Mountain. After escaping from the Digimon duo Sukamon and Chumon, Mimi and Palmon reunite with Izzy and Tentomon. However, Izzy is preoccupied with decoding the ruins' inscriptions, prompting Mimi to wander off with Tentomon and inadvertently get lost in a labyrinth. They encounter an attack from the Centaur Digimon Centaurumon, but Izzy and Palmon comes to the rescue, destroying the Black Gear controlling Centaurumon. Centaurumon then informs Izzy and Mimi about their Digivices. Their conversation is interrupted by the sudden appearance of Leomon, who is under the sway of dark forces. Utilizing their Digivices, Izzy and Mimi fend off the aggressive Leomon. Inspired by Centaurumon's words, Mimi takes action to steer the island back towards Infinity Mountain, setting the stage for their next adventure. After an encounter with Ogremon at sea, Joe and Gomamon find themselves stranded on an island where they meet up with Sora and Biyomon. The reunion is short-lived, as they are soon captured by a cult of ghost-based Digimon named Bakamon, who intend to eat them. Trapped and desperate, Joe and Sora fear for their lives. However, Gomamon and Biyomon manage to escape their captors, recognizing the urgent need to save their partners. They digivolve into Akakumon and Birdramon to defeat the powerful Lord Bakamon. Despite their combined strength, Lord Bakamon proves to be a formidable opponent. Drawing on his knowledge of Buddhism, Joe begins chanting a Buddhist mantra, which significantly weakens Lord Bakamon's power. Seizing the opportunity, Birdramon and Akakumon launch a coordinated attack, ultimately destroying Lord Bakamon. With the immediate threat eliminated, Joe, Sora, and their Digimon partners regroup and, using Akakumon as their transport, ride across the sea to search for their friends and continue their journey together. TK and Patamon arrive in Primary Village, the place where all Digimon are born. When the baby Digimon starts to cry, TK and Patamon are confronted by Primary Village's caretaker, Elecmon, and they settle with a tug-of-war match. Patamon wins and earns Elecmon's respect and trust, as he allows them both to stay. Meanwhile, Devimon sends Leomon to destroy TK and Patamon before the latter can digivolve. TK is attacked in Primary Village by Leomon and Ogremon, until Tai, Matt, Izzy, Mimi, and their Digimon arrive to his rescue, where they use their Digivices to free Leomon from the Black Gears. Leomon later explains the legend of the Digidestined, a group of children from another world who will save the digital world from evil forces. The group fights Devimon, who absorbs Black Gears and Ogremon. Devimon defeats the Digidestined even when Joe and Sora rejoin them. Patamon digivolves into Angemon when TK is in danger and sacrifices himself to defeat Devimon. Angemon's data reconstitutes into a Digi-Egg, and File Island begins to reform itself. The Digidestined are then suddenly contacted via hologram by a mysterious elderly man named Genai. Genai urges the group to travel to the continent of the server to defeat a new enemy. He informs them about the crests, which will enable their Digimon to digivolve to the next level. As they journey across the ocean, the Digidestined are swallowed by a whale Digimon named Waymon, who is controlled by a black gear. Tai uses his Digivice to free Waymon from the Black Gear's influence. Grateful for their help, Waymon offers to take the Digidestined to an undersea store where the crest tags are located. During their search for the tags, they're attacked by a mole Digimon named Dromojamon, who is also under the control of a Black Gear. The Digidestined manages to free Dromojamon from the Black Gear, ending the threat. After recovering the crest tags, Waymon continues to assist them by taking them to the continent of the server, where they prepare to face their next challenges. On the server, the Digidestined arrive at Koromon Village, only to find a group of evil Pagumon living there. Despite the Pagumon's warm welcome, they are allied with Edamon, who abducts Tokomon at night, imprisoning him with the Koromon. The Digidestined rescue them, but Edamon uses his dark network to defeat them and destroy the village. The group takes refuge in a cave where Tai finds the Crest of Courage, allowing them to escape from Edamon into the desert. Joe's tag leads the Digidestined to a coliseum, where Edamon traps them and forces Greymon to fight an evil Greymon clone. After Joe finds the Crest of Reliability, the group escapes and Tai forces Greymon to digivolve into his ultimate form by deliberately putting himself in harm's way. Instead, Greymon dark digivolves into Skull Greymon, attacking everyone before eventually reverting to a regretful Koromon. After getting lost in the desert, the group is taken aboard a cruise ship that inexplicably travels through the sand, led by a chicken Digimon named Kakatorimon. Kakatorimon captures all the boys and turns their Digimon partners to stone. In response, Biomon and Palmon digivolve into Birdramon and Togemon, and manage to defeat Kakatorimon. The ship subsequently crashes into a giant cactus. On top of the cactus, Mimi discovers the Crest of Sincerity. When the group is attacked by Kuagumon, Tai and Agumon are hesitant to fight, since digivolving into Skull Greymon. A pixie Digimon named Pixiemon rescues and trains the Digidestined at his facility, where Tai and Agumon are stranded in a cave as the others do manual labor. At night, Matt and Izzy sneak away to find the respective crests of friendship and knowledge. However, they are detected by the Dark Network as Edamon sends a Tyrannosaurus Digimon named Tyrannomon after them. Tai and Agumon regain the courage to fight, allowing Agumon to digivolve into Greymon to defeat Tyrannomon. After TK finds the Crest of Hope, Izzy receives an email from a small robot Digimon named Datamon, who requests their help to escape from Edamon's pyramid, offering Sora's crest in return. Tai, Sora, Izzy, and Joe decide to infiltrate the pyramid. Tai, convinced that the digital world is just a virtual reality, approaches the mission with overconfidence. However, once they manage to free Datamon, he betrays them by kidnapping Sora and Biomon. At this critical moment, Izzy reveals a terrifying truth. If they die in the digital world, they will also die in the real world. This revelation paralyzes Tai with fear, making him too frightened to chase after Datamon and save Sora. While the rest of the Digidestined distract Edamon's forces, Tai and Izzy infiltrate the pyramid to save Sora, where Datamon plans on cloning her to use her crest, and Biomon to enact revenge on Edamon. Tai musters his courage and saves Sora while Datamon activates the Dark Network to absorb data, including Edamon. Edamon, fused with the Dark Network, fights the Digidestined, but Tai's crest allows Greymon to digivolve into Metal Greymon. When Edamon is defeated, a portal swallows him, while Tai and Koromon are sent to Tokyo. Tai and Koromon arrive back home, where they reunite with Tai's younger sister, Kari, who surprisingly recognizes Koromon. They discover that despite their long adventures in the digital world, not much time has passed in the real world. Soon after, Tai receives a message from Izzy on his computer, warning him not to return to the digital world, and informing him that Digimon are now appearing in the real world. Realizing the urgency of the situation, Tai concludes that he must return to the digital world to help his friends. As they prepare, Ogremon appears, prompting Koromon to digivolve into Agumon to battle him. During the fight, a portal opens, transporting both Tai and Agumon back to the digital world, where they can continue their mission to aid their friends. Tai and Koromon return to the digital world to find Tokomon, who reveals that everyone has split up to find them after weeks since their disappearance. Meanwhile, Demi-Devimon causes a rift between TK and Tokomon, and secretly plans on feeding TK amnesic mushrooms. Agumon exposes Demi-Devimon, and Tokomon digivolves into Patamon to drive Demi-Devimon away. Matt discovers Joe working at Digitamumon's diner to pay off a debt and decides to help him. Meanwhile, Demi-Devimon bribes Digitamamon to keep Joe working there, and orchestrates accidents to make Matt doubt Joe's intentions. Despite these efforts, Digitamamon's scheme is eventually revealed. During the ensuing battle, Tai and TK join the fight against Digitamamon. In a critical moment, Joe sacrifices himself to protect TK, an act that makes Matt realize Joe's true character and deep friendship. This moment of clarity and camaraderie allows Garurumon to digivolve into WereGarurumon. With WereGarurumon's newfound strength, they defeat Digitamamon. After the battle, the group decides to split up into two teams to expedite their search for the remaining Digidestined. Matt and TK form one group, while Tai and Joe form the other, both determined to reunite their friends and continue their quest. Izzy falls into Vedamon's pocket dimension and is forced to give up his curiosity. Tentomon snaps Izzy out of his trance, but by that time, Demi-Devimon tries to buy Izzy's crest from Vedamon. In the confusion, Izzy recovers his crest and his curiosity, as he causes Kabuterimon to digivolve into Mega Kabuterimon, defeating Vedamon and freeing themselves from the pocket dimension. Izzy and Matimon are found by Matt and TK soon afterward. Tai and Joe find Mimi in a large castle with Gekomon and Otamamon, who treat her like a princess, hoping that her singing voice will awake Shogunmon. However, Mimi becomes too consumed in being pampered to give it up, and imprisons Tai and the others after they attempt to record her voice. After Nightmare, Mimi apologizes and awakens Shogunmon with her singing. Shogunmon, however, attacks Mimi, causing Metal Greymon to defeat him. After, Birdramon emerges victorious against Flymon. The Digidestined reunites with Sora, who had been secretly aiding them all along. Sora, however, is persuaded by Demi-Devimon that her crest will never glow, evoking memories of her strained relationship with her mother. As night falls, Myotismon appears, swiftly overpowering the Digimon. Witnessing Biomon's injury prompts Sora to reflect on her past, realizing parallels between her mother's treatment of her and her reluctance to let Biomon fight. This revelation sparks a transformation within Sora. In a powerful moment, Birdramon digivolves into Garudamon, allowing Sora to channel her newfound resolve. Garudamon launches an assault on Myotismon before whisking the group away to safety, marking a turning point in Sora's journey of self-discovery and empowerment. Myotismon surrounds Odaiba in fog and has his followers capture all families living in the city. Among the prisoners, Sora and Mimi try to devise an escape, using Joe's Buddhist mantra to weaken the Bakemon. However, Phantomon is unaffected, and Dictyrannomon overpowers Togemon. After Togemon digivolves into Lilymon to tame Dark Tyrannomon, she finds herself facing Myotismon, while Biomon digivolves into Birdramon to drive off Phantomon. As the Digidestined make their return to the digital world, they are greeted by Chumon, who reveals that the Dark Masters, Metal Seadramon, Puppetmon, Machinedramon, and Piedmon have seized control of the realm during their absence in Tokyo. Chumon shares the tragic tale of how the Dark Masters transformed the digital world into Spiral Mountain, leaving devastation in their wake. He also mourns the loss of his friend Sukamon amidst the chaos. As the Digidestined confront the Dark Masters, they find themselves outmatched, their Digimon underpowered. In a moment of selflessness, Chumon sacrifices himself to shield Mimi from harm. However, their dire situation takes a sudden turn when Piximon arrives, valiantly sacrificing himself to provide an opportunity for the Digidestined to escape the clutches of the Dark Masters. Waymon sacrifices himself while saving Wargreymon, allowing War Greymon to defeat Metal Seadramon. The Digidestined proceed to Puppetmon's forest, where he separates them using voodoo dolls, causing Matt to become overprotective of TK. Puppetmon forces TK to play a deadly game of hide-and-seek in exchange for the Digidestined safety. But TK tricks him and sabotages his control room. After the other Digidestined regroup to defeat Kiwimon, Matt becomes discouraged, seeing that TK has escaped without his help. Saber Leomon, Leomon's advanced form, rescues Joe and Mimi, but they are found by Metal Edamon again. Ty's group comes face to face with Red Vegiemon. Saber Leomon destroys Metal Edamon with Joe and Zudomon's help, but dies from a fatal wound from protecting Mimi. At the same time, Puppetmon is defeated by the Digidestined and destroyed by Matt and Metal Garurumon upon escaping. Recognizing Puppetmon's defeat and Leomon's sacrifice, Mimi regains her will to fight, as she and Joe decide to gather more reinforcements while Ty's group fights the remaining Dark Masters. As Kari falls ill, Ty's desperation mounts while he and Izzy scour the city in search of medicine. Unbeknownst to them, the city falls under the tyrannical grip of Machinedramon, its streets patrolled by Mechanorimon and Tankmon. Despite their efforts to dismantle the tracking system, Ty and Izzy's return is met with peril, as they find themselves cornered by the menacing Megadramon and Gigadramon. In their darkest hour, Angemon emerges just in time to rescue them from certain doom. However, their reprieve is short-lived, as Machinedramon's wrath strikes the very building the Digidestined are in, sending them plummeting into the depths of the sewers below. Kari recovers, and along with Sora and TK, begins searching for the others. Encountering Waru Monzimon, Kari frees the Numamon he's enslaved, and her crest re-energizes the Digimon. Ty and Izzy are found by Andromon, and once they're reunited, they battle Machinedramon. After the Numamon sacrifices themselves to save Kari, War Greymon destroys Machinedramon. As Joe goes off on his own to find Matt, Ty's group encounters Lady Devimon, one of Piedmon's servants. Sora and TK are sent to locate the rest of the missing Digidestined, while the rest remain to face Lady Devimon. Lady Devimon and Angewomon square off in an intense personal battle of feminine pride, complete with slapping and hair pulling. Lady Devimon eventually defeats Angewomon after a brutal catfight. However, just as Lady Devimon is about to finish Angewomon off, Mega Kabuterimon saves her, clearing the path for a final confrontation with Piedmon. After a grueling battle, the Digidestined emerged victorious over Apocalypse, securing the salvation of both the digital and real worlds. With the threat neutralized, the digital world initiates a reformatting process. With time synchronized between both realms, the Digidestined face a critical deadline. They have only 2 hours to return to their world before the portal seals shut forever, trapping them in the digital world. As the countdown begins, bittersweet farewells are exchanged between the Digidestined and their loyal Digimon partners. With heavy hearts but a sense of accomplishment, the Digidestined step through the portal, leaving behind the world they fought to protect and the companions they formed unbreakable bonds with. Though their journey in the digital world may be over, the memories and friendships forged will endure as they return to their reality, forever changed by their extraordinary adventures. Well, that'll be all for today's video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any new updates from us. And as always, see you in the next one.